today I'm gonna be doing a fall inspired look, and I'm actually going to a barbecue as well. So it's like the perfect time to, you know, show you guys what I've been doing for fall lately. It's gonna be like a fall latte inspired makeup look. So stay tuned. I already did moisturizer, I did skin prep. The only thing I will be using is the Glow Recipe, the Niacinamide Dew Drops. So I'm just gonna take a pump of this. I'm just gonna go over my face. I usually ask Alexa every day what's the temperature because Izu loves going outside, and usually we just go sit out on the patio. I let him, you know, do his thing for like a good 20 minutes and we'll just be out there, but it's still very hot because I live in Texas and the weather is just, it's not it. So today when I asked Alexa what the weather was, she said it's 75 and I was like, what? Like that's crazy. Like it's finally getting chilly here and I'm all for it. I think we're supposed to have a cold front this weekend from what I heard. So hopefully the weather does get better from here on out. I'm really in the mood for anything fall, everything fall. It still felt like it was summer just because the temperatures were like crazy high. Like every single time I would go out and I would sit in my car, it would say it's, I'm not even joking, it was like 109 degrees Fahrenheit, 114. Like that's insane. I know that we don't live too close to the equator, but still I think that's crazy, like how hot it is. And I don't know how far this is, like if this is true, but I think it was my brother. He was telling me that because of like global warming, like summers are just gonna get worse. Like this is supposed to be like the coolest summer we've had and it's just gonna get worse from here. So yeah, I didn't realize how much of an effect global warming has on our planet. So I used the Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil to fill in my eyebrows, and now I'm using the NYX brow glue, and I'm just gonna use this to set my brow hairs in place. I was actually supposed to go get my eyebrows done this weekend or like this week, but I didn't have time. So I did them at home and they didn't turn out bad. I just cleaned them up and I used the Sally Hansen, the wax strips. And I've been using that for a good several years now, so I know that it's a good product and it works for me. So if you need to like touch up at home, definitely I would try the Sally Hansen wax strips. Let me show you guys how it looks. So this is what it looks like. And it comes with 3 different sizes. And you can use this on your arms and your legs. And it also comes with this oil called Azuline Finishing Oil. And like whenever you're done waxing yourself up, you just take some of that oil and you rub it on wherever you did it. Love this product, it's really nice. But definitely patch test before you do it, especially like on your face. So I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape and I'm in the shade 35N medium. And I'll use this as a primer for this eyeshadow. I'm gonna go in with this Hourglass concealer and I'm just gonna pat this everywhere. And then I'm gonna use my Mercier powder to set in that concealer that I just placed. So since this is a fall inspired makeup look, I'm gonna be using very neutral products to show you how I achieve that latte makeup look. And for that, I'm gonna be using the Makeupbymario Master Mattes palette. And I love all the shades in here. You can get this at Sephora and Makeupbymario.com, but I just love, look at that. Look at the shades. They're really pretty, and you have like every sort of like neutral color that you want. But the one that I'm gonna go with is gonna be like this one right here and this one, because that's like the more like orangey, like red tone base. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use this color right here, and I'm just gonna use that to basically give myself a base for the makeup for this eyeshadow right here. All right, and then next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this color right here, right there, and I'm going to put that all over the eyelid. So don't worry about it being messy, because you can always go back and blend everything together and it'll be fine. But you're just gonna put this all over your eyelid. Once you have that on, you're gonna take another brush and you're going to blend the eyeshadow that you have right now. Just make sure that it's just evenly distributed everywhere. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to take the darker color, which is this one right here, and we're gonna kind of get that transitional color, and you can put it up into your crease. Okay, and then you're gonna take that same brush that you used before to blend and go ahead and blend those two eyeshadows together, and then go ahead and take it to your brow bone. Same thing for the other eye. And then what I'm going to do is take this color right here, and I'm just gonna put it on the inside to give that little bit of light. Same thing with the other eye. I'm not gonna do a liquid eyeliner. I'm gonna be using eyeshadow to place my liner. So what I'm gonna do is use this brown shade right here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place that just along the outer corner, and whatever's left on my brush, I'm just gonna bring it in towards the inner corner. And you kind of want to figure out what brush you want to use, because I'm using a very thin brush like this here. I'm using a really thin brush because then I have like the power to make my liner as thick or thin I want it to be. I'm not gonna go super like heavy with the brown right here. I'm just gonna do it enough to where it shows like a little wing. And then do the same thing on the other side. Next, what I'm gonna do is go in with foundation. And I love to use the Este Lauder, the double wear. I'm actually running low on this foundation, so that's why I have the bottle flipped over. And I'm just gonna grab a brush, because I just need to scoop it out from inside. So I'm just gonna grab the brush. So with this foundation, it's best to do it section by section, because it's best to do section by section because it's a very matte and fast drying foundation. So I'm just gonna do this much right now, and then I'm gonna use my brush to blend it in. Kind of set one section at a time before you move on, because then you don't want your foundation looking too cakey or patchy. And you can always go back and add more layers if you feel like you need more coverage, but this foundation is high coverage. If you have dry skin, I probably wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend it for, I would say, like glam days or like parties, like events. As long as you use a hydrating primer, I think that's the key right there. If you use a hydrating primer, you can really work with any type of matte foundations. And I'm not going to take my foundation all the way up to under my eye because I'm going to be placing concealer there anyways. And I feel like when you do put it up all the way, it just becomes really cakey because then you have like that double, triple layer of the foundation. I'm also gonna bring this down to my neck. And now I'm gonna do my forehead. Usually on the forehead, I don't put too much foundation because I feel like it always ends up looking too much because I'm like always like lifting my forehead like that. So I'm just gonna use whatever like the excess is on the brush and just put that on. Okay, and same thing for this. Blend this out. So this right here is not eyeshadow, it's not a bruise, it's actually my birthmark. And yes, there are ways of covering it up, but I just choose not to. It's honestly such a conversation starter. People are like, oh my god, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? And then they're like, oh, you have like a bruise on the side of your head. I'm like, oh no, that's my birthmark. So yeah, that's another fun fact you don't know about me. I have a blue colored birthmark. When you feel like you have enough coverage, then you can go in with your concealer. I'm gonna use that same Tarte concealer. And I'm just going to place it on the inside and outside. And I'm just gonna let that sit right there while I do my bronzing. And I'm using the Makeupmymario. This is their soft sculpt shaping stick, and I'm in the shade medium dark. And what I like to do is I grab a brush and I dab it on the product and then I put it on my skin. I feel like that makes it so much more better rather than just, you know, placing it on your face directly, because it doesn't give that harsh line. This gives it more of a soft effect. Do you see that? And you can always go back and, you know, use another brush or beauty blender to kind of set everything and blend it out even more, but this just makes me not do the extra work. So I actually have fall clothes. I got some from Shein, I believe, yeah. And I wanted to do like a fall like wardrobe look, just give you guys some inspiration of how you can dress for fall. They're like, it's like a mix of like dresses, two-piece outfits, and also like skirts. So if you guys want to see that, definitely let me know. I can have that video up for you guys. And then for my nose contour, I love to use this Patrick Ta. It's a double-ended brush right there, and I love using this side for my nose. See, look how perfectly it just places that color right there. And then you just fan it out. It just applies it so perfectly. The placement of this brush it's everything. Okay, so once I have my contour on, I'm gonna take that same hourglass brush and I'm going to blend out my concealer. So letting your concealer sit for a couple of minutes allows it to have that pigment and just, it's not gonna like spread out everywhere. Wherever you have it placed is where your concealer will stay. And then also, do you see how I'm like cleaning up the eyeshadow that we were doing before? Yeah. And then I take it to the side of my nose and I also clean up that contour that I put over there. And obviously go under the eye. Same thing with the other side. So my cousin has a barbecue tonight, so that's where I'm gonna be going. It's gonna be my family and then I have their family, of course, the ones that are hosting, and then another cousin. So for blush, I love this color from Rare Beauty. It's such a fall color, like it is so nice. It is in the shade Love and it's this orangey tone right here. So Rare Beauty has dewy, matte, I think that's it, just dewy and matte. They have dewy and matte like shades. So this one is a matte shade. I think Joy is a dewy shade, but this one's matte and this is a pure like terracotta color. So what I would recommend is do not directly put this on your face. Like if you can, if it's possible, like put it on the back of your hand, because when I use this, I realized that it actually stains your face. Like you have to move really fast with this product. So what I like to do is just take my brush, like if you don't want to mess up your hand, because I know that does ruin things, you can use that, or you can use like a little, I don't know where I put it, but it's like a mirror thing where you can put like your products, like all your cream products. But what I do is just I take my brush and I'll just like coat it just slightly just to see how much more I would need, because I don't want to put a whole bunch because this stuff is really pigmented. So let me put this on for you guys and show you what I mean. Like look at that color, it's so pretty. So I usually go a little bit more heavier with my blush, so I will add some more. Look at that. Do you see what I mean by pigment? Like, it's so beautiful, this color, especially for people that have deeper skin tones. This would really complement your skin. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because if I go more, then I'm just gonna look crazy. So same thing on the other side. Just put some more on my brush. Oh, I think I got some more on the brush this time, so it definitely picked up a lot more than the other cheek. Oh, I don't know if I need to go back in for a second dip or not. Look how pretty, I love it. I also love to put some on my nose, you know, just to give it that sun-kissed look. So for under eyes, it's gonna be Miss Charlotte Tilbury. I'm in the shade 2 medium, and I'm going to use a powder puff to set this. I feel like this is the most flawless way. I've tried everything. I've tried brushes, I've tried beauty blenders. What else? I've even tried the ones that they have at Sephora, you know, the little white sponges. I tried those too, and just I feel like the powder puff is really what works best. It gives it the most flawless finish. Okay, and then what I like to do is use my beauty blender to kind of, you know, take out any creases that are there under the eye before I go in with powder. Once you have your base set, I love to go back and apply eyeshadow under my eyes. I'm gonna go back in with that same palette, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up that dark color that we used before for the outer crease, and I'm going to apply that under the eye. See how that created a really nice like under eye dimension. So next I'm gonna be curling my lashes, and I'm gonna be applying mascara, my favorite mascara of all time. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. For powder blush, I love this shade and I'm so glad I got it because it complements the Rare Beauty liquid blush so well. This is the one by Mcgrath and it's in the shade Paradise Venus, and this is what the shade looks like. It's so pretty. It is that terracotta color that works so well, and oh my god, I love it. It's really pretty. Like, look at that. It's like the perfect color that really goes well, that pairs well with the Rare Beauty. And I'm a little heavy-handed with blush, but that's okay. The more blush, the better. So once I have that on, I like to go in with my Huda Beauty, and this is in the shade Banana Bread. And I will just take that same powder puff, and I am going to take off the excess that comes on here, just so it doesn't seem very cakey when you're putting, like, you know, powder on powder. And I'm going to put it under my eyes, and this will help brighten up the under eye. Same thing, other side. And then also, I love to clean up that contour. Yeah, that's it for any powder products. You can also go in with some bronzer. I'm actually gonna do that, so I guess I'm not done with powder products. And I use the one by KVD, and this is in their, I'm not sure which, like, the shade is. It says Levitation and Subconscious on there. I'm not sure what intensity of like darkness or lightness this is. And then also apply some on my jawline. And you can't forget the forehead because I have a pretty decent sized forehead. And you can also go in with that same brush. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to go over that nose contour. The lipstick, this is what really is going to tie in everything and make it look so nice. Excuse me a minute, I need to go look for the shade that I am currently missing, and I will be right back. Okay, I found it. It's right here. This is the one by Too Faced. It's their Melted Matte, and it smells so good. This is in the shade, oh my god, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. Okay, this is Gingerbread Man. I'm going to be using the NYX lip pencil in the shade Brown. And I'm just going to line my lips. For the lipstick of honor, we're gonna go in with this one right here. And oh my god, wait till you see the color. It is gorgeous. look at that color. That's the perfect fall color right there. Look how gorgeous this shade is. Like, I love it. I love it. You can take this makeup look one step further and actually place like some glitter on your eye, and I'm actually gonna do that. So this is the Patrick Ta. This is his Major Dimensions 2 palette, and you see this shade right here. It's like a very coppery tone. I think this one's called Affair. No, sorry, it's not Affair. This one is Desire. Ooh, okay, let's place some Desire on top, you know, just to take this one step further. Oh my god, look at that. It's perfect. All right. Now, since we're done with the makeup look, it's time to set everything in. And of course, we're gonna be using Miss Charlotte here. This is like the perfect fall latte makeup look, and I believe that the lip color is really truly what sets everything together, and it's just like the perfect fall color. And of course, I'll have everything listed below for you guys so you'll know exactly what products I use. And I'll also put in like what shade I'm using for each thing so you guys have an idea of like where I am in that range. So this is my take on the fall latte makeup look, and I hope you guys love it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!